Hey friends, it's Becca with Beautiful Mess Plans, and I'm here to film another plan with me. It has been a heck of a couple weeks. Obviously I didn't have any videos last week. I got taken down by the flu. It was not pleasant. So, and don't mind the fact that I have no nail wraps for once. I put some on and they were falling off because it's a brand I don't really use anymore, and so my fingers look rough. So let's just ignore them. So I got sick. I was fine on Monday, and then, so my voice sounds a little rough. And then on Tuesday, I woke up to work out, and I was like, I'm a little cold. Thought that's weird. I'm just cold, I guess. And then I ended up having 102 temperature, and kind of threw off the entire week. I ended up having to contact the school and like, hey, can my husband come instead? And so he ended up going. And then Wednesday ended up being a snow day, so it wasn't a half day at all. So my husband had to work from home because I couldn't take care of my kids because I still had a fever. I had a fever until Friday. And he actually ended up working from home the rest of the week because they were home because they didn't have school those 2 days. Valentine's Day was just a complete wash. I mean, it was not great. I ended up not taking my daughter to the Girl Scout booth because, again, I was so sick. The fever was finally gone, but then like the chest congestion started, it all moved into my chest. Luckily, that didn't last for very long. I sound a little rough and occasionally I have to cough. So this video is going to be a pain to edit because I'm probably going to have to stop and cough, to get it out. So anyways, I didn't film on Friday because, well, I was sick. And I started filming like a week in my 5-year journal. But again, I got sick and everything went out the window. But I'm feeling much better. I mean, I got winded walking my kids to school today, which was like the first time in like 2 weeks because the week before that I had the stomach flu. So I walked them today. So anyway, I hadn't walked them like hardly at all this week because I was sick with the stomach flu. And then I had the flu and barely even got out of bed. I mean, I really didn't get out of bed until like Saturday. I was spending all my time sleeping. And so then I was like, well, I'll just plan by myself. So I planned a Beauty and the Beast week because I just didn't feel like using the Cocoa Daisy stuff that I haven't loved. And honestly, this week has been rough. So they didn't have school on Monday for President's Day, which we already knew, like they weren't going to have school. And let's see. We ended up having to reschedule this. I barely wrote in my planner this week as well. I might go back and like fill stuff out. Rescheduled this and rescheduled this because my kids didn't have school on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday because the temperature got so cold. We were like negative something, negative, like wind chill of negative 30. And so with the buses and all the kids that walk, that just wasn't an option. So today is Friday and they're finally back at school. So they haven't been at school since Tuesday the 11th. I don't quite understand going back on just a Friday. Like, girl math tells me we shouldn't go to school today. Like, I'm glad they're in school. I need some sense of normalcy because the last like 3 weeks have been so weird with the fact that's like stomach flu, actual flu, and then they've been home. So I'm like, I need some normalcy, but man alive, a Friday, like really? So anyway, I have barely like written, I have barely even filled out my planner or even looked at my planner because it's just been like everything is just so thrown off, I feel like. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to plan the final week of February, which I'm so ready for because March starts on Saturday. And yeah, I think I might try to use the Cocoa Daisy stuff. I really obviously haven't used it much this month. I used it the first week of February, the first full week. And then obviously I use this stuff, which was so cute, but I barely opened my planner because I was sick. And then I used Beauty and the Beast. And again, I barely opened my planner this week because it's been a week. And so, yeah, here we are back to another week. And I think I am going to use Cocoa Daisy. So there's that. I had to get a drink. Now what I'm going to use, I don't know. I may, like, it just feels too spring-like, which I guess is fine because this week is going into March. But, I mean, there is all the teacup stuff, but I don't know that I love that. Could use some of the peacocks because there's several peacocks on these rub-on sheets. And use some flowers, I guess. And I don't know. I can't seem to make this kit work for me, which is why I barely used it. And I probably won't save this stuff. I mean, I've also barely used it because it's been a week. However, because so many things got rescheduled, I do have to do, there's stuff going on this week that I need to put down. Where is that sheet with the... There it is. Okay. So, don't think there's anything on Monday, just art club. So, we will mark art club. And then there's nothing on Tuesday. Wednesday, once again, the conferences got moved. So we have conferences on Wednesday. And we should be because it's actually supposed to be in the 60s and 50s all this next week. This Midwestern weather, I swear, it's a little exhausting. So I think we should actually have conferences because it keeps getting pushed back. So conferences are here. And that's for my daughter. We actually already did the conferences for my my two kids in elementary school, but it keeps the conferences for middle school just keep getting pushed back. And then my son's birthday is actually on Thursday. This is my son's birthday, which I honestly probably should have planned this a little better and planned to do, like, I don't know, some other actual theme that represents my son a little bit more, like Minecraft. He's obsessed with Minecraft. But I did not plan ahead because we're surviving. That's where we're at. So it's his birthday. He will be 9. We're in our last year of single digits, which is crazy. And then my husband is actually doing Watch Dogs this day. So I don't have to walk my kids to school. Kind of exciting. And then I don't know if there's Science Olympiad because there's a competition on this coming Saturday. And I don't know. I think so. I think there is because I think they're going to meet and figure out what's next. I guess I'm going to mark it. Oops. So I have it marked. But I don't know if they actually have it or not. All right. So we have art club. We have conferences, which should actually happen. Because it's supposed to be nice this week. And then we have Watch Dogs. Which again, doesn't really affect me other than the fact that I don't have to walk my kids to school that day. I will tell you that I am so tired of coughing. I'm so tired of being sick. Oh, and the 1st is my dad's birthday, actually. It just occurred to me that this is March. And we do have plans that day. I forgot because I didn't look at the March calendar. So that's my dad's birthday. He's turning 70. And I'm gonna put down I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna put down. I wish this was not a half box because then I'd use that color there, you know. I guess we'll just use this green color. I don't know. I will say that I'm pretty excited about the March kit. I'm pretty excited about the March kit. I think it's super cute. Okay. I think I'm going to put down washi because it just feels like the thing to do. And then we'll put down some of the, I guess the rub-ons, like the peacocks and such. I really am struggling with this kit. Start from this corner, but I don't really have much to talk about because I've mostly been sick. It really was like I was perfectly fine, felt fine. I'd run errands the day before, like done my grocery shopping and, you know, taking care of things, to like can't get out of bed and had a pretty high fever. I was 100, almost 103. And that went on for a while, which my husband does not handle fevers well. He does not, like when our kids have fevers, he does not handle it well. He's like ready to pack. Like there was a point when I got sick that he was ready to pack me up and put me in the car and take me to the emergency room. And I was like, well, let's not panic. Let's not panic. And yeah, it just, he doesn't handle fevers well, and he never has. And he didn't. I actually got to the point where I was ready for him to take me to the urgent care because my head hurt so bad, which did finally ease off at least after the first day. But it, not great. Like, he was not handling it particularly great. And if you remember, when I had talked previously about when my sister was sick, we have a broken gene in our family that we didn't know about until, you know, not that long ago, that basically our immune system freaks out and starts trying to kill us. And it is caused, unlike, so there's two ways that you can get it, either primary or secondary. So the secondary is like it's caused by something else, something triggers it or whatever. Or you could be born with a gene. However, the people born with a gene, predominantly, they find that in kids that are under the age of, I think 2, 3, something like that. Turns out we have primary HLH, and which is pretty rare to get to your, you know, late 30s and then get sick, which my sister did. And we found out when we were trying to, because the only way to cure it is a bone marrow transplant. And we found out when they tested me to see if I was a match, which I was a match. I was 8 out of 10 for her. That I also have a broken gene. So basically, because they never see it in people in their 30s, they couldn't tell me anything. They couldn't tell me if I'll get it. What my odds were, they couldn't tell me. They couldn't tell me anything, and that's not a fault of theirs. It's just that they don't see it in people in their 30s. So either it is way vastly underreported, and you're dying of other things because it will kill you, and they don't know about it, or it's just this weird anomaly that, whatever. I don't know. I don't really know, other than she got it, and so far I have been fine. However, it can be triggered. That gene can trigger and break, because I have one good gene and I have one broken gene. That bad gene could just break at any point, anytime I get sick. Basically, sickness will trigger it. So every time I get sick, everybody kind of holds their breath, like, is this going to be the time that my gene breaks? And that's that. And one of the things, like the only thing they could tell me to watch out for was fevers. And my fever did go away. But I think that also put my husband on edge, rightfully so. Like, I got a little panic there too, even though it's like I knew that I had the flu, and I knew that I was just dealing with like, this is all normal flu stuff. But the fever went away. It has not come back. But it was a little bit like that, kind of set my husband on edge too, because it's kind of scary. But so far so good. I survived the flu. Dang flu. Like, it was not, like, everything is, all this sick is so bad this year. I'm ready for warmer weather. All right, I think I'm gonna maybe cut out some more of these little spoochy thingies, because there's a few of these around, and put some of these around with some color. But I survived the flu, and mostly now I just deal with kind of run down. I get tired easily. I got winded walking to school today, which is not normal for me, but I know that the tired can stick around for a while after, so I'm not like super worried about the fact that I'm still a little run down. But I'm ready to be done with it. I'd finally started getting into the habit of, like, I'm trying to get back into the habit of working out every morning again. And then I got sick, and first it was the flu, or the stomach flu. And then I got sick with the actual flu, and it's like, I can't catch a break here. I'm so tired. I'm so over all of this. So, there's that. What I'm impressed about is that how nobody else in my family caught the flu. We were able to keep me isolated enough and catch it quick enough that nobody else ended up with it. The stomach flu worked its way through all of us, but the flu, I was the only one that ended up with it. So, and that's a good thing. I'm glad that my kids didn't end up with the flu, because they'd be off for a week. I mean, it took me down. So I'm glad that they didn't end up with it, but it's still, I wish there was a fourth, like, design for a peacock. I mean, I could put a quote up there, because there's this peacock, but he's the same as that one. Could put a quote. I like the fearless, my dear, or you deserve nothing less. I mean, I don't love the colors on it, though. I'm thinking, because I don't mind that You Deserve Nothing Less, because that also brings over the green over here. But I don't know that I... Whatever. Just use it. Okay. I think it's good. I don't love it because I don't love this kit, but it's turned out okay. I think I like it better than like this flower one. So there's that. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it because I already put it down, and that's just how that's going to work. So anyway, I think this is it. I'm glad to be back. I'm sorry my voice sounds a little rough. I hope it wasn't too distracting. Hopefully, you know, got all the flu stuff behind us, and, you know, all's good again. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.